Bogey Brothas.
On this par 3, 130 yards over what looks to be like a huge bunker. It's almost like an island green, y'all. 2 Peasy will be doing his swing analysis with Coach Dre from DNA Golf.
A little bit short. Contact was great. Coach, tell me what you think about that shot.
Not bad.
Bogey Brothas.
Not bad at all, 2 Peasy. I'm glad you guys are out there playing golf in California. We can't do that here in Michigan. Way too cold. But I am blessed to have an indoor teaching facility at Blythefield Country Club here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, home of the LPGA Meyer Classic, and also have the ability to teach anyone, even people out in California, via virtual online golf instruction. And I have branded apparel, so you can support a brother. But let's take a quicker look at this golf swing as we step over to our net. Okay, 2 Peasy, let's take a closer look at this golf swing. First things first, looks like you have a pretty good athletic setup. Love where your hand position is, kind of between your zipper line and on that inner left thigh. And I think you're set up for success with pretty even distribution of weight in your feet there. So we're set up the right way. As you take the club back, I really like how this whole triangle moves together. Not a lot of wrist hinge, and the arms, the shoulders are all moving back as a solid triangle. We're getting off to a great start there. Now, as you work the club up, we start to see that the angle between your arm and the club starts to decrease, or actually get a little more aggressive as you go up. I think we're good there. But at this point here, now we're starting to really see a lot of wrist hinge. And even at the top, when we get the club all the way up to the top, I think that's a lot of wrist hinge for a 130-yard shot. I would rather you feel like when your hands are in that position that your club is pointing a little more up towards the sky in that position and not so much over your head there. So work on that a little bit, okay? But what I really do like here, a lot of athleticism, working to the ball correctly. We're creating a lot of lag, which means we're holding that spine angle and we're shifting our weight well. And all the momentum is going to the target, just like all those other sports we grew up playing. Still going to the target, weight shifting left, extension of the arms like we see in other sports, basketball, football, tennis, awesome stuff there. But now the weight is going to start falling backwards. And we end up with our weight back on our right side with that foot being flat. Now, you all know golfers are supposed to have that weight more on the tippy toes when we finish, weight more on that left side. I want you to think of a quarterback throwing a ball. That's how we want to look in golf. A baseball player throwing a ball from the outfield to the infield. Momentum forward, follow through, weight is on the front side. Think about when we play basketball. What happens when we fade away or go away from the rim? Our accuracy goes down. We follow through towards the rim, our accuracy goes up. So we want to make sure our chest is pointing at the target, that our right knee in this instance is pointing at the target, all the weight on our right foot is on its tippy toes there, and actually the weight is on the left side there, so we shouldn't have a lot of weight on that back side. And the club is somewhere behind us. So I'm going to demonstrate this. But I definitely see a good golf swing, and I know 2 Peasy's out here taking some money from time to time. But these 2 things will ensure that that 130-yard shot, that par 3 shot, doesn't end up short. So let's show you that in action. Okay, 2 Peasy, let me kind of show you what I'm seeing and what I talked about in that video. But before I get started, guys, remember, this is sort of what I offer virtually via online golf instruction. You just submit a video with a video chest on, another video from behind the target line. I analyze it, kick you a personal video, and then do a video similar to what you see, on Facebook or social media. But it's a personal video for you and what you need to work on. So, 2 Peasy, like we were saying, set up, very athletic. I don't get too picky there. Don't know, if there's any ailments or anything there, but you seem very athletic, and I don't think aggression or power or your athleticism has anything to do with your misses. Great setup. And when you start that swing back, one thing that I really like is the fact that the arms, the club, and all this move back is one piece. We don't see a lot of wrist hinge early with you. We see a very connected move back, okay? Something that we saw from Tiger Woods growing up, really all the players now. I pay attention to Koepka. I think Brooks Koepka has a lot of my philosophy and sports-related ideals in his swing. Cameron Champ's another one, how he takes the club back. But a lot of these guys are doing that because it's built for room for error at the top of your swing. If we have a stable move going back, we have a little more room for error, like what we're going to talk about here with your wrist hinge. So I love the way that you do have the ability to get everything moving back. Now from this position, as you go up, that club really starts to bend from your wrist. Okay, we can use our wrists, but what's a bigger muscle? These wrists or these shoulders? The shoulders. So we want to make sure we're using more of the shoulders, rotating elements in the body, and not a lot of wrist hinge, because that doesn't hold up under pressure. In my basketball days, I always remembered that. And in any sports where we're doing stuff with little muscles, it doesn't hold up like those big ones. So when you're taking swings, two ways to look at this. Working with Sean Foley at Tennessee State years ago, I felt like I was almost taking a punch swing. And like I mentioned to you, feeling like the club is pointing at the sky at the top of your backswing. It won't be, okay? It'll definitely move naturally. But for someone like you that has the extra hinge in the wrist, it's going to put your hands in a little more of an appropriate position, and it's going to help your timing. When you have better timing, you can be more aggressive and you have a larger room for error, okay? So practice, especially with those mid-irons and lower, 130-yard shot, practice feeling like you're either taking a three-quarter swing or feel like you're taking a full swing with the full shoulder turn, but the club feels like it's pointing more at the sky at the top. Record a little bit, and that's going to help you with your consistency. But a very good backswing and a very good start to it. That's why you hit a solid shot even with that wrist hinge that I'm seeing at the top, okay? Now, the more important issue that I'm seeing, and you boys out in Cali played a lot of other sports, I know it. Just like me, I'm wearing my Jordans, and if I'm playing basketball, I do have my back camera there. But if I'm playing basketball and shooting a jump shot, I want to follow through towards the rim, and I want my momentum to go towards the rim. If I go away from the rim, what happens to my accuracy? It goes down, right? Same with the quarterback. If I'm a quarterback and I have the ability to stay in the pocket and step into my throw, look how I'm finishing here, too peasy. See how the weight's off my back foot? Just like a throw, right? What happens when that same quarterback gets hit and he has to go this way? The athletes can get away with it. The people that have that athletic intelligence can get away with it, but you're still putting more pressure on yourself to be successful, and it hurts your consistency, okay? So no matter what you do, practicing the backswing, enough integrity there that the wrist hinge is kind of a secondary thing. But I want you to think of every other sport you played and think about what happens if you go this way, right? If I throw and my body's going this way, if I'm boxing and I'm going this way, we know we're not as powerful. We know that we have to use more of those small elements and releasing. And when you pull out that driver, you may not be as fortunate to just be a little short of the green. It may go way right or way left. So think about following through like you do in every sport that you've ever played. I don't care what it was, even throwing a crab apple in the neighborhood, okay? Think about your follow through, and that's going to help you, all right? So one last thing for you boys. You're playing golf. I play golf too over here at Blythefield. I got access to some simulators. So I'm going to go find me a hole, 130-yard par 3, and I'm going to see if I can put it on the green and show you what that follow-through should look like there, too peasy. And I'll be right with you guys in a second. All right, boys. So even though we're in Michigan, like I said, I have some ways to play golf too here at Blythefield Country Club in the pro shop. Access to 2 simulators for our members, and I get in here and do lessons as well. So I have Bandon Dudes pulled up. This is a hole, par 3, about 145 yards. Looks like it's a couple of feet uphill. Some sand traps around it, similar to what you had there, too peasy. So As I swing, let's take a look at the wrist hinge and the backswing, but let's also pay attention to how I follow through. And let's see if I can stick one for you guys. We got a 9-iron. Pretty smooth 9-iron for me. All right, we got a good follow through there. Too peasy, look at how I'm standing. Awesome. So it looks like we're about 5 feet past it, center of the green. 22 feet left for my putt, chance for birdie, but it got there. I didn't lose any distance, better timing because we didn't have the wrist hinge. And just like those other sports, we made sure to what? Follow through, all right? All right, Too peasy, hopefully that helped you with your game. Still jealous of you guys out in California. Nice weather year-round. It never rains in California, so they say. But we're very happy that you had some time with us here at DNA Golf Instruction over at Blythefield Country Club. See what we have to offer. And remember, we have the ability to do online virtual golf instruction. And we want to help you wherever you are, just like we help Too peasy and you guys out in California. So thanks for supporting us. All information about DNA Golf Instruction and myself, Andre Pillow, can be found at dnagolfinstruction.com. You can also find us on social media on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and also TikTok. So please keep playing golf, keep supporting groups like Bogey Brothas and ourselves as we continue to change the landscape of what golf should look like, a game that's built for everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, boys.
Bogey Brothas.